He's a disc golf guy, and this is his video blog.
That's right. This morning I caught up with a few of our top players that are sitting on the leader card, including Paul Ulibarri as well as Nate Doss. Shortly after the round, I caught up with the likes of Steve Rico and a few others. So what we're going to do is give you some highlight footage from various cards that happened here at Friday at Blue Lake. So with that being said, Steve Rico and myself, Terry Miller, let's cut to the action. Hey everyone, I've caught up with Paul Ulibarri. We are here just before the 6th round, which is taking place at Blue Lake Park. Paul, how you doing this morning?
I'm good. Got a good night's rest and ready for the day to begin.
So you're going off at 10:50 here in the morning. They've kind of switched up the tee times a little bit. Do you like that you're going off a little earlier than normal?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's going to work out good. I think we're going to get a lot of spectators probably from doing that, so that'll be nice and a little cooler to start off also. So maybe we'll catch a break from the wind. So there's a few factors that might work to our advantage.
Yeah, I was just going to ask, what do you feel like the weather? Describe the weather for everyone right now.
You know, it's almost perfectly calm, a little gloomy out, you know, just a typical morning in Oregon, I guess.
So you found yourself on the lead card and working with some of the best players in the world throughout the week, just like yourself. What's it been like through 5 rounds thus far?
You know, pretty stressful, to be honest with you. I mean, I led for through the first 3 rounds, and then Ricky kind of caught me, and me and him battled back and forth, and then yesterday McBeth did his McBeth charge and came up with us. But it's been a blast, but it's also been stressful. You know, this is the one tournament we all want to win and we all, you know, dream about when we first start. So stress level's high, very intense, but it's been fun.
You have joining you on the card today is McBeth, Wysocki, and then Nate Doss. And it's no secret, Nate Doss and McBeth, between the two of them, have 5 world titles. And like you said, Ricky and you are going for your first. What's it like playing with some of these guys?
You know, it's really an honor. Watching McBeth and Nate win those titles is, you know, just like I said, an honor to play with them and to learn from them. You know, as long as me and Ricky can just stay where we're at, we know how to get it done. We've watched them do it, and now it's just learning how to do it with our own game. So it's, like I said, it's intense, but it's a fun time and a great learning experience.
So now you guys are playing Blue Lake here on Friday morning. You're going to move into the semis on Saturday morning as well at Blue Lake, and then you're looking at a final 9. So we're talking about 36, possibly 45 holes of golf left to play. What are you thinking at this point with that much golf left?
You know, just stick to my game plan, stay in bounds. Whatever I'm doing is working. So try not to get too excited. Try not to get too down. Just kind of stay level-headed and, you know, do my best. Just, you know, understand that my practice all year is for this reason. So.
And speaking of not getting too excited, some people have seen the Paul McBeth ace on hole number 4. He seemed to just pretty much take that in stride. What were you thinking when you saw that go in? Was that a good shot by him, or was that a mistake and the basket just got in the way?
No, it was a good shot. It was a little high.
Okay.
But he hit the line and it went in, and like you said, he just took it in stride and kept going. And you know, that's what you got to do here at the Worlds. You can't let any of that stuff get to you, or you can't get excited. You just got to kind of keep an even keel the whole time. And
so you spoke of just keep basically doing what you've been doing. So why don't you elaborate just a little bit? Tell us what's brought you so much success this far in.
I'm just playing, you know, my game. I'm just trying to do my best. I try to concentrate 100% on every shot, and you know, I just kind of go back to my practice and understand that, you know, I believe I practice harder than anybody out here, and I believe that's why I'm in the position I'm in. And as long as I just keep doing, you know, what I've been doing, which is play my game, that it should end up well at the end of the tournament.
And your girlfriend Katrina has been playing very solid golf. She's also found herself in the lead, and she's battling it out in a very competitive women's division. Any words of advice or anything you'd like to say from that side that you've seen?
You know, just same thing. She's a great player, and she's in a very competitive field, and you know, it's the Paige and Katrina show as usual, and I think that she's gonna do great. She's just needs to stay confident and play her own game, and she'll do fine.
All right, well, we know you guys travel together, and we know you guys both work very hard at your games, and we're seeing that pay off this week, and we wish you guys the best of luck.
Thanks, Terry.
All right, I've caught up with Nate Doss, our 3-time world champion. We're just before Friday's action here at Blue Lake, and Nate, tell us what's going on.
Not much, man. It's the 6th round of a 7-round tournament. You know, we have 2 rounds left, basically, all at the same course, 1 round a day. So it's really much the intensity time now is kind of going to crank it up here a little bit, and I'm looking forward to it.
Blue Lake has proven to be a very challenging course. Par 68, considered the toughest course out here at the Worlds, at least by par's sake. What's your plan of attack today?
I mean, I have a game plan for each and every hole. I'm just going to try to just stay on that game plan. You know, keep it in the middle, avoid the OBs. I mean, these are obvious things, but you know, it's one of those courses. I think to par is probably the most difficult, but the holes are gettable. You know, each and every one. I think, you know, we've seen that with a couple of the practice rounds out here, and you know, the battle on the other, you know, the battle of Blue Lake the other day. I mean, the guys were shooting pretty good. So, you know, we'll see how the pressure of the World's tournament, you know, affects that. But ultimately, you know, I have my game plan. I'm going to try to stick to it, and just, you know, try to shoot the best round that I can, for sure.
Thinking about some of these holes ahead of time, do you know where you plan to attack and maybe where you might let up? Do you have those in mind already or no?
Absolutely. I mean, you know, when you look at the course, you have the last 5-6 holes. I mean, those are like extremely challenging. You know, as soon as you turn that corner and you start coming back this way, the holes are, you know, generally into a headwind, although there's not much wind now, and they're just long par 4s and a par 5 in there too. So, you know, you got to kind of sort of attack early, try to be somewhat aggressive on the par 3s and play the par 4s really well. So, yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't say any specific holes, but you know, there's a few holes you got to watch out for. Definitely the hole, I think it's hole 6 or 7, the par 5 on the mound. You know, that hole can just be treacherous. It's like, kind of get through that if you can. I mean, a birdie would be fantastic, but a par is really good too. So.
Now, you are the most seasoned player here on this leader card. We know McBeth has 2 Worlds victories, and we know that after speaking with Paul, him and Ricky, they want it bad as well. How's your experience going to play into this?
I mean, you know, I think the biggest thing with experience is just patience. You know, this tournament, you know, is not going to be over today. There's still tomorrow. There's still a final 9. And there's just a lot left to be played. You kind of got to take it hole by hole. You can't get too squirrely as far as what's this guy at and what's that guy at, because you know there's going to be a lot that goes on, and you don't really know what's around the next corner. So that's for me pretty much the biggest thing. I'm cool and calm. I haven't had any really stress during this tournament yet. I plan to keep it that way regardless of what happens. You know, so. Those guys are definitely ready, and I think everybody that is in the hunt right now is ready to win a Worlds or has already won a Worlds. So it's going to be interesting for sure. I look forward to it, and I definitely look forward to playing well.
It's ironic that you mentioned what you just did about being stress-free, because after speaking with Paul, he said the exact opposite. He said he's been very stressed out this week. He says it's been very high level of intensity. So it's an interesting dynamic to see that you are seemingly on the opposite end of that, or at least you hold it in maybe a little bit better.
Yeah, definitely.
So let's speak to another mild stressor that you don't have to worry about yet, but in a few months from now, it sounds like you're getting married. Pretty exciting for everyone.
Definitely, yeah. Me and Valerie, we got engaged in January. We're getting married in October, so it'll be right after the season ends, the USDGC, and then a couple weeks, and then the wedding. So it's pretty exciting. We're both extremely excited about it, and for the rest of our lives for sure. You know, disc golf has been good to us, so
Certainly,
it's just another story, another
absolutely
page in the story.
Very exciting one, and certainly well planned. At the end of October, out of the midst of the major disc golf season, somehow that tells me you guys really know what you're doing. That was a smart move there.
Yeah, seasoned veterans all the way around.
All right, well, we wish you the best of luck out there. You've been here before, and like you said, you probably have 36 and possibly 9 more after that, and you're right in the hunt of things. Good luck to you.
Thanks, T.
I've managed to catch up with Paul McBeth, 2-time and defending world champ, and he is on a backup on hole number 7. Paul, we're gonna let you get back to your round here, and I'm about to start mine, so just thought we'd check in. How things going?
Pretty good. I think I birdied 5 of the first 6, and I'm still not winning the card. I'm actually one back at Ulibarri for the round, and then tied with Ricky and Nate.
These guys are putting up a tough battle, as you knew. It seems like everybody is dialed in this week. Are you going to have to kick into an extra gear here, or what?
Yeah, probably. Here at Blue Lake, there's not many holes where you can get into a lot of trouble. I mean, if you throw out of bounds, that's about it. The only hole that you can really get into trouble is this next one right here, hole 7, the par 5. But if you're throwing your shots in the fairway, you're not going to lose too many strokes.
You may lose 1 or 2 to a birdie, but you're saying most of the time you're going to be able to get up and down.
Yes, you should be able to.
Any parting shots here as you continue your round? And I'm going to have to split away from you. What do you got going on the rest of the day here and into tomorrow?
Just trying to come in with some good scores, hopefully make up those 3 strokes, at least be tied going into that final 9. But something I don't get to say too often is good luck, Terry.
All right, well, thank you, buddy. And last question for you is, tell us a little bit about that ace on hole number 4 out at Milo.
It was a little higher than I wanted, but it was the exact line that I was going for, and luckily the basket got in the way, or else I would have had about a 25, 30-foot comebacker, so I'll take it.
All right, ace at Worlds. Good luck, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow.
Thank you.
We're out here and joined today with Steve Rico. And Steve, you've just completed the 6th round, which took place out here at Blue Lake. Tell everyone how it went for you.
Well, it started off pretty solid. I think I got the first 5 holes in a row there, and then had a little hiccup there in the middle of the round. Then regained my composure, started getting some birdies again, and then again had another couple mistakes there towards like 13 or 14, and then finished pretty strong. But those few little mistakes that I made out there costed me, you know, a chance for the final 9, I think. So, you know, we'll see what happens tomorrow.
So now when our viewers at home think of mistakes, they think about bogeys or double bogeys and throwing OB multiple times. Is your definition of a mistake a little differently? Do you think of it differently, or did you really make some costly errors out there?
No, pretty much that's it. You know, you miss a putt in a circle here, and you know, you throw an easy up shot, and then you miss a putt. Like, all those things come into play, and you know, with this caliber of players out here, there's no room for mistakes. You gotta make sure you complete all those shots to give yourself a chance. You know, and you know, today was an important day for me, and fortunately, I made a few mistakes, and it costed me, I think, the final 9 for tomorrow. So I'm just gonna have to go out there tomorrow and just try to put a good round together, just try to finish somewhere around 5th or 6th place.
You're currently sitting in 5th place. I believe you're 43 under par after the completion of this round, and 4th place is sitting 52. So is it fair to say you're going to be relatively aggressive to try and hunt somebody down, or do you think you're just going to be trying to hold on to that 5th place finish?
Well, I'll pick and choose my moments out there. You know, I definitely don't want to fall back anymore. You know, 9 strokes, I think they're ahead of me. It's a long way to go to catch the 4th spot. So, you know, if opportunity gives me a chance, I'll go for it. If not, then I'm just gonna have to, you know, take what the course gives me.
And what do you think about this Blue Lake course? You played it in the battle at Blue Lake. Now you played it here on Friday, and it's the semifinal course. What do you think of it?
I really like it. I think it's overall great design out there. It's there's room to score really good, but if you're off on your drives, you know, it can cost you. So it's just one of those courses. Like I said, you gotta take what it gives you. If you have the opportunity to go for some shots, you know, you gotta take it and take advantage of it. If it ain't there, then you gotta suck it up and lay up the shot and go from there.
Now, you've finished very well at Worlds for some time around ever, like pretty much every Worlds. You said you may not have your shot this year. but how do you feel about your overall experience here?
You know, I gotta say I played pretty good. Like I said, I left a couple mistakes out there each round, and you know, that's basically what cost me a chance for the title. You know, and you know, I gotta just go back to the drawing board, and you know, in the off season, just get better. That's all I can do, is just try to improve my game for next year. You know, I mean, I really don't know what to say. I've been coming up short here for a lot of years, but I've been in the top 10. I watch players win the tournament and then not cash, and you know, it's pretty upsetting for me to be there all the time and not pull off the win. You know, it's just, I can't understand it, you know, and to watch some players win and go, and to me, I don't know, it's pretty upsetting on my part, but you know, that's the way the game goes. You gotta always get better and push yourself to you know, to learn more stuff, try new things out there, and you just got to get better with all the talent coming up now. So that's what I'm gonna, you know, take into consideration and on the off season, and go out there and just train harder for next year.
Now, you've run across some of the best players in the world in these 15 to 20 years you've been playing Worlds. Obviously, Kenny had his reign. Barry came in. Cameron Todd came in and did what he did for a couple years. And you've run into some of the best players in the world. Do you in any way feel like you wouldn't be complete if you don't have a world title?
Absolutely. You know, I've won a lot of tournaments, and you know, I've been, like I said, I've been there at the top for so long, and you know, every year that passes by where, you know, I have my chance and, you know, it doesn't come, you know, I get pretty hard on myself. I get real down on myself, and, you know, I take it to heart, because this is my passion. I want to be a world champion, you know, and so I definitely feel incomplete without a title. So, I mean.
All right. Well, Steve Rico, it's been a pleasure watching you this week. And even though you feel like you fell short, everyone is proud of what you're doing, and it's amazing that you're out here grinding it out as hard as you are, and we thank you for your time.
Thank you.